Today is Monday, January 9th, 2017. And you know, today I got to talk about Meryl Streep and the whole Golden Globes kerfuffle, the brouhaha that happened last night where she went on this little speech about Donald Trump. But before I get into it, I just want to say I did not watch the awards. I don't watch any award shows anymore because at this point, they're all phony. You know, first of all, before I started watching it because I realized they were phony, they were boring. You know, it's not really an entertaining thing to sit through. If I'm going to sit down and watch something for 3 hours, it better be great. I mean, I don't watch TV too much anymore. I like YouTube videos and stuff like that. I don't like watching scripted TV or these phony award shows. It just is boring. And beyond that, like I said, it's also just kind of contrived and there's a lot of pretentiousness going on. And a lot of that is coming from just people in Hollywood being like that in general, but also from, you know, a lot of this push for so-called diversity. Remember the whole Oscar So White situation that happened, I think it was last year, where a bunch of people online, people on Twitter, it might have been 2016, 2015. I can't really remember which time it was, but it was this whole big thing. People were talking about, oh, the Oscars, you know, it's not enough so-called diversity, which really means just less white people, especially less white males. Even though that was debunked last time we talked about this, it was a chart that showed the population percentage in the U.S. of each race and also the representation as far as the awards that they were given. And it was about equal. And I think blacks, we were overrepresented a little bit, you know, as far as our population to the awards we won. Population was like this, but the awards we won were just a little bit more. Even though whites were the majority of people that won, that's to be expected when the majority of Hollywood is white and the majority of the country is white. That's just a natural thing. But I digress. Getting back to the situation here, you have Meryl Streep giving this, you know, self-righteous, you know, pretentious, kind of like, you know, this whole thing. I think it felt like she was reading the speech from the top of her ivory tower surrounded by a walled garden, which is what most of Hollywood is. That's how they behave. They act like they're just this special little class of people that have like, they're like the anointed ones. In her speech, she talked about how they all come from different places and they're able to just entertain you and this, that, and the third. I'll play a little bit of the clip here because I don't want Dick Clark Productions to come after me like they did Mariah Carey, but I digress. I'll play a little bit of it here so you kind of see the intention of what she was saying, like her tone. And then after we play it, I'm going to come back and I'll continue to give my assertion of what happened. So without further ado, go ahead and roll it.
When the person asking to sit in the most respected seat in our country imitated a disabled reporter, and this instinct to humiliate, when it's modeled by someone in the public platform, by someone powerful, it filters down into everybody's life because it kind of gives permission for other people to do the same thing. Disrespect invites disrespect.
All right, so you saw that short clip. You kind of see what's going on there. You see kind of what you see how she was speaking. It's like this really dramatic type of thing. You know, a lot of these actors, these Hollywood people, how do you take them seriously? You know that pretty much all of what they're saying is going to be an act. It's not really going to be real. You know that from the beginning. You know that they're going to come on TV. They're going to be in front of a camera. A lot of times reading cue cards, memorizing the speech. Her speech here felt like a written speech. It felt like something that Michelle Obama would have, you know, and it really just, I think what Meryl Streep did here was more of an extension of what she had been doing throughout this entire campaign. You know, well, the campaign when it was going on, and I think she's still continuing it after. It's like she's like on a contract. Maybe she talked to the DNC and said, hey, you know, I'm willing to provide my services for this nominal amount of money. So give me some money and I'll go out here every chance I get to down Donald Trump. I mean, she even dressed as Donald Trump one time. She smeared like spray tan or something on her face and, you know, put on a suit and give herself like a big belly. And I placed a picture right here on the screen before you so you can see what I'm talking about. You know, I didn't make that up. And she had a speech at the DNC where she was against Donald Trump. And she also had a speech, I think it was in 2012 at the DNC, where she was supporting Hillary Clinton. So she's definitely a Hillary supporter, and I wouldn't be surprised if she was getting some kind of per diem or a stipend or some kind of paycheck in general, like to be on the payroll to assist with whatever the DNC has going on, to use her Hollywood status and her platform to be able to just speak down from the ivory tower to the peons on the earth below that she is superior to all of us and her word is bond. And we should listen to her because we cannot make our own decisions. We cannot say, hey, you know what? We want Donald Trump to be our president, you know? So we're not bright enough to understand who we want to vote for president. We got to listen to somebody like Meryl Streep, who comes off so self-righteous and stuff like that, even though she was a person that applauded for Roman Polanski, who is a well-known child rapist who is in exile right now. I think he's in Poland or somewhere. I'm not quite sure the country where he is right now. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but he's in exile right now, and the country where he is will not extradite him to the U.S. All right. He's wanted right now. Man, she gave him a round of applause. So if you want to down Donald Trump, why not down Roman Polanski? And also, if you want to down Donald Trump for, you know, saying that he was doing this and he was trying to disrespect a disabled reporter or trying to mock the disabled reporter, which Donald Trump has denied.
I would never mock a person that has difficulty. I would never do that. I'm telling you, I would never do it.
If you want to get on him for that, then why not get on Obama for his joke about the Special Olympics?
Are they going to put a basketball? I imagine the bowling alley has been just burned and closed down.
No. I've been practicing.
Really?
Bowling.
Really?
I bowled a 129.
Oh, no, that's very good. Yeah. Oh, that's very good, Mr. President.
It was like Special Olympics. It was like Special Olympics. It was like Special Olympics.
No, that's very good.
No. Listen, I'm making progress on the bowling.
So if we're gonna do that, let's not play favorites. If you're gonna say Donald Trump, you know, mock the reporter because of a disability, then you can't look at what Obama did and just brush it off or not even mention it. And the thing about what Donald Trump is accused of doing is that it's not even really true. He's done that same motion before and after that actual time when it happened, when the reporter was in question, right? He did that years ago. I think it was like 10 years ago, one of the night shows. I think he did it during the campaign, talking about Ted Cruz, talking about a general. Now, some would say, oh, he just did it again, so he can just point to the video and say, see, you know, I've done it before, and it's not just for that one person. But the thing about it is we got time and date stamps that represent a time before the reporter incident happened where he did it, where he was not talking about someone that was disabled. So at a certain point, we can't keep spreading this fake news. That's what a lot of this is. It's fake news talking about, oh, Trump, you know, he mocks a disabled reporter. Trump, you know, colluded with the Russians to hack the election. It's fake news. And this is coming from the same people like CNN, etc., that want to rail against fake news. And then you got these little buttons on Facebook that you can report fake news, but I don't think the mainstream media has them on theirs. But are they exempt? Are they, you know, not able to promote fake news? Does that never happen? I mean, have we ever seen CNN do something wrong, or ABC or CBS or another, you know, big network? Have we never seen them do something wrong and then issue a retraction or not issue a retraction or say something that's deceptive? Like, you know, Trump allegedly did this, Trump allegedly did that. They give it to you in a way to where it appears to be passed as fact, even though it may not be. They got really kind of wormy language they use, kind of like lawyer speak. A lot of what TMZ does. TMZ does that a lot. Even though a lot of what they say is true, they present it in a way to where it could be perceived as false. But they're able to get away with that because they're good lawyers. But I digress. My point is the whole speech from Meryl Streep was just phony, pretentious, just like Hollywood in general, just like all the award shows. You know, when you're talking about diversity and trying to introduce more so-called diversity into your actual award show, all that it does is just cheapen the award. Because if I'm a black actor, why would I want to win an award for anything that I've done in that context, right? I want you to give me the award based on my merit, based upon my performance, based upon the quality of what I've done and the quality of the movie. You know, they gave that movie Moonlight best drama. I mean, was it really the best drama, or was it the best black drama that was in the category or that was available to pick? You see what I'm saying? And you got to question that as an actor. I've never seen the movie, so I can't really say whether it was or it wasn't. But if I'm a black actor, I got to ask myself, did they pick this because it's a good movie, because I did a good job in it, or because it's a black movie and it was good enough to win over the other movies? You see, once you start doing stuff like that, then the award has no merit. Do not treat me any better or any worse than anybody else because of my race. Treat me the same. Do not give me special little benefits and stuff like that. Don't give anybody special little benefits. Treat everybody equal. That's what they should be fighting for. But this whole thing about Oscars so white and having more diversity and so-called inclusion is aiming to treat certain people better than others, because the only way you're going to be able to achieve this grandiose goal, as I close, is to give certain groups treatment that's better than others. And that's all you can do. And the way you give that treatment out is based upon your skin color. The darker you are, the better you treat it. That should not be done, nor should it be done in the reverse. It shouldn't be the lighter you are, the better you get treated. Everybody should be on the same playing field as far as how you're judged, right? But I don't expect anything like that. I don't expect any kind of utopia in the arts, because me being an artist, I've been involved with the art world. I know how fake, pretentious, and phony it is. That's why I don't really consider myself part of that world anymore. That's why I don't watch TV either, because it's all fake, it's all phony, and I understand that talking about scripted TV shows is not real, but at a certain point, I don't like to have the political narrative shoved down my throat, and on a TV show. That's fake and it's phony, because they try to break the fourth wall and stuff like that and make you feel like what they're saying is really hitting hard home. These Hollywood celebrities will not cease. They will not stop. But at a certain point, their cries will be like chopping the tree down in the woods. Will it be anyone around to hear it? I doubt that it will. So what do you think? Do you think what Meryl Streep said was true? That Donald Trump is this really bad guy? He's a racist, sexist, xenophobe, all these obes and obics and everything else. Is that what you think? Do you think that he mocked the disabled reporter? Or do you think that I'm correct in my assertion that Meryl Streep is nothing but somebody just trying to basically fulfill an obligation she has to herself and or to the Democrat Party to basically smear Trump at every chance she gets? It's not the first time we've seen her do this. So it's not like this big, groundbreaking speech, this powerful speech from a person that's just been silent the whole time. She's been doing stuff like this throughout the campaign and now after the campaign that he's about to become the president. Do you think that I'm correct in my assertion? Or do you think there's more that I'm not saying? Do you think she has a personal beef with him? Do you think it's like a degree of separation between her and somebody else or somebody that Trump knows? What more do you have to add to what I've said? Whatever your comments are, let me know in the comments below. That's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.